Adam at Notion Bonsai has sent me this absolutely stunning Pittosporum. You see, after some late night DMs, Adam and I decided that we would do a collab. The idea is that we would pick and send each other a tree to be worked on, and Adam has sent me this absolutely stunning plant to play with. It's a species I'm not familiar with. Looks very interesting, and as you can see, we've got loads of stuff to work with, branches all over the shop. This tree is clearly in peak health. To start the work with this nursery material, I'm going to cut back the branches in proportion to the trunk. It's a lot taller than I'd ever need it to be, so I'm going to cut back on it reasonably hard and then have a closer look at what we've got underneath this canopy. If you'd like to see the material that I've sent to Adam, head on over to Notion Bonsai. I'll put a link to his channel at the end of the video, and there's also one down in the description if you can't wait till the end. Working my way across the tree, I'm making sure that I cut back to foliage to ensure that the tree can bounce back as quickly as possible. I've got no idea if it's wise or even possible to cut back to bare wood, so I'm going to play it safe and make sure each branch has some leaves to keep energy flowing. Using my Wazakura shears and branch cutter, I'm going to commit to cutting back hard with this tree. There's a really nice informal broom structure there, and I think given the thickness of the trunk we can make quite a small but elegant tree out of this. But it does mean making some bold decisions in terms of the pruning. I'll cut these thicker pieces back to side shoots, which is going to create some taper and introduce movement into the structure. I'm not really sure how this species behaves when it's pruned hard like this, so I'm going to play it safe and paste up the cuts to ensure minimum risk of dieback. Myself and the family have just got back from a holiday in Spain, and somehow I've managed to bring a cold back with me. Nevertheless, I'm super excited to see what's happened since I've been away, and sure enough we've got some beautiful little back buds forming all along the primary branches. I'm hoping these back buds might just extend in time for the autumn-fall of this year, giving us plenty of branches to work with to create the design that I've got in mind. Now, I shouldn't really do this, but I cannot resist having a little dig down under the soil surface to see what we've got in terms of structural roots. Pushing the coir out of the way, I'm digging down, being careful not to do any damage to the trunk, bark, or any roots. As is typical with a lot of nursery material, we've got a couple of crazy roots, so I've managed to uncover this really beautiful root that's coming from the trunk at a lovely angle. This could form the basis of our future nabari, and because I've started to hit some thicker roots, I'm not going to go any further with the digging. I think we'll stop there. I'm just going to pop the root ball back into its container and then top it off with some fresh coir, perlite and worm castings, and then give it just a little water because this soil's all dry and dusty. I'm absolutely delighted with this tree that Adam from Notion Bonsai has sent to me. I really like the colour of the bark, it's absolutely stunning. It's kind of a almost purple maroonish colour. It's absolutely gorgeous, and the foliage is just so pretty with that curled edge and the variegation. It looks like we've got some nice fine twigs, so hopefully this species will be really easy to ramify. Adam over at Notion Bonsai is producing some of the best bonsai content available on YouTube at the moment. He's a really talented guy. I got Adam a similarly priced piece of nursery stock, so I hope you go and check out the video that he's making to see what I got for him and what he does with it. Super excited to see how that turns out. I've no doubt that he's going to do an absolutely smashing job with the tree that I got for him. I must admit, for a hot minute I was very tempted to keep the tree that I sent to Adam, but I decided to let him do his thing with it. I'm sure he'll do a much better job than I ever would, so it was clearly the right decision. Just going to give it a nice little scoop of controlled release fertilizer to see it through till the autumn. It's getting a bit late in the season now. If we do get a second flush of growth, I will update this tree in the autumn/fall. Otherwise, I think we'll do a repot spring 2024, and then you'll be able to see how it's progressed, and we'll be able to get a better look at that Nabari. All the best, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Oh my god, I need some Lemsip. Not sponsored.